Ruby Rose dumps a load on Batwoman. Boy, I tell you, this show was doomed from the start, and for Ruby Rose in particular, in a lot of ways. I think I saw 8 episodes of when she was doing the show, and that's all I could stand. She was terrible in it. I thought she was badly cast, but it sounds like she was in utter misery the whole time she was there. So it's probably it's just not fair to judge her based on that show. So, God, what a mess. And so I'm sure a lot of other people have talked about this and stuff. And here we have Bounding in the Comics wrapping it all up for us. And I knew something like this would come about because the stories of, oh, gee, she suddenly leaves at the end of the first season. It's just, oh, it was a mutual agreement and all that. And no, the injury didn't have anything to do with it. The dangerous set, and a woman got paralyzed. Ruby was badly injured and all this. So, yeah. And then it's just a good example of just how crappy things are in the entertainment industry. And there are no friends there. There's some allies, but those allegiances can turn on the dime. So here we go. I guess her NDA has expired. And boy, is she burning some bridges. But what the hell, you know? I mean, they were probably burnt anyway. So I guess she went on Instagram to spill the beans, as it were. So she writes, "Dear CW, Carolyn Dries, who I believe is the showrunner, more or less, the head writer, what have you. Sarah Salwitty, I don't recognize the name. Of course, Greg Berlanti, et al. Enough is enough. I'm going to tell the whole world what really happened on that set." And by whole world, whoever reads her Instagram. She says, "I will come for you, so what happened? I will come for you, so what?" I don't know. I think she kind of messed up there. "To me, never happens to another person again, and so I can finally take back my life and the truth. Shame on you." So she says, "Peter Roth, you are first up. You are chapter 1. Not sure if you left after getting promoted to the highest position because you just couldn't stop making young women steam your pants around your crotch while you were still wearing said pants." What the hell? Man, that's a new one. Now they get some weird fetishes in Hollywood. Seems like that would burn, you know? Or if you left after putting a private investigator on me, who you fired as soon as she report didn't. As soon as, I guess, as soon as the report didn't fit your narrative. He did a better font than the cursive, right? It looks pretty, but I don't know, this glowy stuff. Anyway, either way, when it comes to you, there's already an army waiting for you. So I guess, yeah, he could be Me Too'd, you know? So anyway, oh wait, I should have been reading the article. So then the actress published a video taken during the doctor's visit regarding the neck and rib injuries. I didn't even know about the rib injuries she sustained on the set of. I mean, imagine having serious injuries on that. I mean, never mind the poor woman who was paralyzed on the set. Just how cheap and pathetic CW is. And it happened on this piece of crap show. You know, that's God, that's terrible. Cut to 3 weeks later after this video. It's worse than abnormal. This was diagnosed years ago on set, but I was told if I got an x-ray, we wouldn't complete filming on time and on budget. On top of that, I have enough documentation to make a 1-hour documentary. Pray tell, what else would you like me to share? The broken neck or the broken rib split in 2 and the tumor? So she had some serious medical issues, and they were just didn't give a crap. Saying, "Yeah, Ruby, you're taking too much time on your medical issues, and we've got to shoot some scenes for Batwoman," and they didn't care. So in her next entry into her Instagram story, Rose shared the video of her emergency Batwoman surgery and asserted, to everyone who said I was too stiff on Batwoman, well, yeah, I was one of them. Imagine going back to work 10 days after this. 10 days! Oh, the whole crew would be fired if I'd let everyone down because Peter Roth said while he was getting his pants steamed, said he wouldn't recast, and I just lost the studio millions. I don't think it was going to make the. They probably spent it though by getting injured on his cell. What an asshole. Roth also apparently told Rose that she would be the one who cost so many people their jobs. Rather than entertaining the idea of spending half a day to rewrite me out for a few weeks to heal. Yeah, they could have done that. And you could have wrote it around where you have someone in the Batwoman suit doing stuff. And yeah. So anyway, that's the post she made. There she is in the hospital. Well, that was fun. She was really miserable on that god-awful show. Plus, physically miserable because of the injuries she suffered because of the show. So anyway, following her surgery video, Rose shared the message she recorded announcing her absence from the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con and called on fans to imagine taking a huge pay cut to play a passion project and being so excited about Comic-Con and then being told they would not adjust the schedule so I could attend, but then saying, we won't announce it, you have to. Now imagine me putting my foot down and saying, why must I be the face of this? Only to be told if I didn't do this video, they would be silent and people would turn up to find out on the day I wasn't there. I folded. I wanted to do what it took, but then being told cover your neck scar, we won't want to see that scar on the video, and you wonder why I posted my surgery. We don't want to see your scar. What pieces of shit. Okay, so there's a clip from it and her little statement. And in a lengthy follow text post, Rose requested that her dear fans stop asking if I will return to that awful show. Can't argue with her there, it is terrible. And declared that she wouldn't return for any amount of money, nor if a gun were to my head. Nor did I quit, she then exclaimed. I do not quit. They ruined Kate Kane. Boy, did they. They sure did. They never even bothered to read the comic book. They have no idea what the Kate Kane story was. So anyway, they ruined Kate Kane and they destroyed Batwoman, not me. I followed orders, and if I wanted to stay, I was going to have to sign my rights away. Apparently her health, too. So anyway, she next asserted any threats, any bullying tactics, or blackmail will not scare me, make her stand down, before further recalling a number of additional injuries which resulted from the CW's neglect of on-set safety, including a crew member who got third-degree burns over his whole body, to which the rest of the staff was given no therapy after witnessing his skin fall off his face. Oh, jeez. While Rose was the only one who sent him flowers and cards. Jeez, the loss of 2 stunt doubles and getting cut in the face so close to my eye in a stunt I could have been blind. A woman who was left a quadriplegic, and they tried to blame it on her being on her phone. God, so much so CW didn't even help her to start with because they needed to investigate. So she had to do a GoFundMe. And yeah, she's a PA. They work via phone. So she was doing her job. That's why she was on. Jeez Louise. The actress asserted that this PA's accident occurred because our show refused to shut down when everyone else did because of COVID. Adding that Batwoman, to do that for Batwoman? Adding that Batwoman continued in production because Caroline Dries has no heart and wanted us to finish the season throughout the pandemic. And I told her it was a bad idea. Yes, obvious to everyone except Carolyn, apparently. I told her everyone was too distracted, constantly checking COVID updates, checking on friends and seeing Riverdale, The Flash, and Supergirl shut down already. I felt something bad would happen. Dries visited the set 4 times. It's so... no harm for her because she's never there, so she's safe. Good God, she only visits she's the showrunner? 4 times in a year, unheard of, but in those 4 to 5 visits, she decided she could tell me she knew my injury happened on set, so I should comply with the PI, the private investigator. Yet later denied it later and said it happened during yoga. Oh, what an idiot. Oh, LOL, I don't do yoga. Now someone will never walk again. We shut, obviously the PA, we shut down the next day, not because she almost killed someone, but the government pulled it. Yeah, they kind of noticed that you've got people with their faces burnt off and someone permanently crippled like that because of your idiocy. So anyway, addressing rumors that she fought people on set, Rose admitted that while these rumors were true, it was not because I wanted to, but because I wanted safety. Ask anyone in hair and makeup what I did for them, and after 2 were hospitalized was Doug Ray Scott, who talk about unprofessional. With the mention of her Batwoman co-star, Rose then turned to address his behavior, specifically beginning with an anecdote regarding how the former Jacob Kane actor called my agent after my exit to find a way to leave, to which she replied, break your neck, I guess. Yet he slammed me in the press. Yeah, of course he wanted out. Hey, she can leave, why can't I? Because it's a terrible show. I never raised my voice on a set, never have, yet Doug Ray hurt a female stunt double. He yelled like a little bitch at women and was a nightmare. He left when he wanted and arrived when he wanted. He abused women, and in turn, as a lead of a show, I sent an email out asking for a no yelling policy. The CW declined. So, yeah. In her final anecdote regarding the set of Batwoman, Rose stated that she was late one time because I was in hospital. That's usually the best excuse for being late to work, Only for Luke Fox actor Cameron Johnson to tell her after her discharge, yeah, well, maybe if people were not late, we would make our days. Oh, boy, what a little asshole, huh? An egomaniac kid who worked 1 day a week had the audacity. Oh, my God. Rose frustratedly began before jumping on how the stunt department were furious, even though I never blamed them. But I went on Fallon and spoke of my injury and didn't play the game. Aside from them, I was loved and loved my crew, she wrote, before ultimately adding, oh, and they wouldn't drive me to work and knew I couldn't legally drive after surgery. So they said, get a taxi. Oh, man. In conclusion to our Instagram story, Rose shared an x-ray of her neck injuries in order to refute those who thought I owe proof of it. Well, yeah. You see, what's wrong with this picture? Yeah, those things normally aren't there. Yeah. So, boy, yeah, I think a NDA must have definitely expired because she's really pissed off. And seems true. I mean, she did have the injuries, but, oh, wait. WB responds, despite the revisionist history that Ruby Rose is now sharing online aimed at the producers, the cast and crew, the network, and the studio, the truth is that Warner Brothers Television had decided not to exercise its option to engage Ruby for season 2 of Batwoman based on multiple complaints about workplace behavior that were extensively revealed and handled privately out of respect for all concerned. Yeah, she was upset about you burning a guy's face off and, paralyzing a woman, and her own injuries, and you whining about her not being back on the job after her spinal and rib injuries. Yeah. Gee, Ruby, suck it up. Yeah, that was there. So that's the complaints about Ruby. Because she was late to work because she was recovering in the hospital. And that's your problem, huh, CW? Yeah. Oh boy, you want to be in the entertainment industry, do you? So boy, sure feel sorry for her replacement, you know. Now she's stuck there with this crap. And I think they're going to do a 4th season, are they? How the hell does this go on? You know? Oh, man, if there's a way out, take it. Get away from that show as fast as you can while you still can. Why? Talk about your Halloween stories, huh? Yeah. Well, so, look, she puts up evidence of her injuries and whatnot. I think it does explain a bit. I still think she was probably not the right person to cast for the role. But then again, it was never going to be the actual Batwoman, so who cares? But, yeah, I think she's in the right here. So, it pretty much sucks for Ruby. And I'm sure this burns a lot of bridges and stuff, but I don't know. If you're an independent outfit, offer her a job, you know. She was cool in John Wick. Of course, she didn't have any lines because the character was mute, but, you know. I never did watch Orange is the New Black, but apparently people liked her in that, I guess. I don't know. But, boy, it's just, good God, in the show already. It's just, there's nothing good about it. Nothing. Man, oh man. What a mess. But this certainly is all very indicative of that god-awful environment working in that industry. And yet, that industry gets up on its high horse and tries to lord it over the rest of us with their messages and whatnot. And there's not a moral bone in their bodies. Not one. And look what they do to their own. So, good luck, Ruby. I hope this doesn't ruin everything for you. But in the end, maybe you'd be better off trying to do something else. Because, geez, there are no friends in that world. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.